Hi, my name is Matthew Jester. Please watch my video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. I will leave a link in the description. I will also leave additional links in the description of other relevant videos. I've been abused with hypnosis, and my ability to speak is being inhibited right now with hypnosis, which is why I'm speaking so slowly, which is why I have to read everything when I make videos. If you notice me stuttering, speaking slowly, being unable to speak clearly, or any other difficulties speaking, I explain how this is being done to me in my video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. This is an organized crime operation investigation that has identified and obtained an overwhelming amount of evidence of various forms, directly related to a series of letters that were sent to the celebrity Billie Eilish that were perceived to be threats of death. The evidence indicates these letters were premeditated by a third-party organized criminal operation that utilized hypnosis to discreetly control and silence victims and witnesses. The evidence indicates that the letters written by John Matthew Hurl were actually warnings of death, not death threats, and that John Matthew Hurl was inhibited by hypnosis while writing them. This is the article we're referencing. And in this video, I'll be covering some very basic handwriting analysis concepts and also cover how these concepts can be used to help identify various patterns in handwriting that can indicate the handwriting was or may have been influenced by hypnosis. This is different than standard handwriting analysis used by the FBI to identify if two samples of handwriting were written by the same person or two different people, because we'll be identifying whether the patterns or alterations produced by hypnosis in my handwriting are also found in John Matthew Hurl's handwriting. This is only a small portion of the evidence. I discuss a majority of the evidence in my other videos, Hypnosis and Drawings, Hypnotic Inhibition of Speech and Letter Content, and lastly, Billie Eilish's death threats and post-hypnotic suggestions. I also elaborate in further details regarding handwriting analysis and hypnosis and handwriting advanced. In fact, the easy part was discovering the third-party involvement because I was told about it multiple times before it happened. The difficult part is disclosing the evidence. Anyway, so these are the letters. We'll go ahead and get back to these in a moment. Let me go ahead and just open this up. So this is FBI handwriting analysis, of course, right? And I mean, those are, that's if you look at handwriting under a magnifying glass, comparison of a couple samples, right? We're doing a different thing in here. And I'll go ahead and just show you here that I was also taught to change my handwriting with hypnosis. You can kind of see the before and after here. Capital and lowercase letters. I'll just show you those briefly. I'm going to elaborate more on these in another video if I have to. Let's see here. So, hypnosis was used to teach me to change the letter formation and structure of my handwriting, of course. And then, the hypnosis caused two easily distinguishable types of muscle contractions. So, the first type was brief, unexpected muscle spasms, producing an abnormal line formation protruding off the letter structure, resulting in an unacceptable variation from correct letter formation. The alterations in handwriting caused by the brief muscle spasm would be singular pen stroke abnormalities, were often over 5 times the length of standard pen strokes and oftentimes would cross over multiple baselines. Example, evidence. The second type of muscle contraction that I experienced through post-hypnotic suggestion replicated the presentation of carpal tunnel or writer's cramp. Focal dystonia is the technical terminology used to describe the involuntary muscle contractions that were longer in duration, such as writer's cramp. In order to identify focal dystonia, the pen stroke irregularities. Wow, the hypnosis is really inhibiting my ability to speak right now. Have to begin and in a sequential order, that is consistent with the duration of the prolonged muscle contractions, and the pen stroke alterations had to be capable of identifying a loss of motor control with features such as a significant lack of accuracy, precision, distortion of line quality, deformities in letter formation, abnormal frequency of mistakes, and a deficiency in neatness and or legibility. In comparison to a standard sample of the individual's handwriting, increased size and pen pressure can indicate overcompensation for loss of motor control, because longer pen strokes require less precision and accuracy than shorter pen strokes, and increased pen pressure can restrain some uncontrolled movements by restricting the range of motion in the wrist and hand, as well as concentrated pen strokes to control shaking. If the alterations lower the quality of the handwriting, then the alterations were most likely undesired and unintentional, which significantly limit the amount of logical explanations and possible causes other than loss of motor control. I first discovered this was occurring as a result of post-hypnotic suggestion when I began recording myself writing a witness statement regarding a murder I witnessed, and although I noticed my hand cramping while writing, I believed it to be caused by overused until I watched the video I recorded afterwards and noticed my hand suddenly and abruptly started cramping as soon as I began writing the word murder, and then suddenly and abruptly stopped cramping as soon as I finished writing the word murder. If this incident never occurred, I never would have developed the ability to recognize and identify the alterations in John Matthew Harrell's handwriting specifically. And I'll go ahead and elaborate here. Let's see. So, I just want to see here. I'm going to have to redo the video because that was really severe inhibition of speech. It's another couple pages. Okay, that's not that bad. Not that bad. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, and I'm also hypnotized to feel a lot of pain because of the hypnosis, by the way, to deter me from making this video specifically, actually. Anyways, thanks for watching the video.